Yo, what's up? Action Figure Junkie back with you with another custom action figure made out of the G.I. Joe Classified line, with the G.I. Joe Classified line, for the G.I. Joe Classified line, 6-inch. Who's this bad boy? Well, if it's not clearly obvious to you, then I'm afraid you might not be a true G.I. Joe fan. This is my version of Beachhead, taken from the Hasbro issue G.I. Joe Classified Beachhead, with just a few added touches thrown in to give him more of that retro, iconic feel that we all knew and loved from the 80s all the way up to the 2000s with the 25th anniversary. So what did we do to this guy? Okay, let's get into it. Nothing too crazy, honestly. He came pretty cool as he was. He was just missing a few extra dashes, in my humble opinion. So let's see what we did. Okay, first of all, this Beachhead did not come with camo paint on the legs, which to me was a huge swing and a miss. Why were his pants just plain brown? We all know Beachhead always had camo pants. That's just a thing. It's a non-starter. So for me, the first thing I did when I got him is took a good hard look at him and said, okay, let's go get some acrylics and let's buff this guy out to make him look more like he should. So that's the first thing I did. His weapons were silly and cartoonish, so they're gone. I believe I probably sold them immediately to another collector. I don't have them anymore. I don't miss them. I don't want them. If I ever should be so silly as to resell this figure, so what? He's not complete, but let's be honest, he's better. Another thing I did, well, let's just get into it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. This backpack, I'm gonna take it off now because I feel that if I even talk too loud, it will fall off. It is so, that is one of the things about the Classified line that is, like, really I'm not happy about, is the backpack. Like, Falcon's backpack is atrocious. This guy's backpack is just absolutely ridiculous. It will not stay on to save his life. And I have plenty of awesome backpacks that do fit on him, but Beachhead was one of those figures who had a really iconically cool backpack. It had this cool crossbow, and I love the fact that this one comes off. If only the damn thing would stay on his back, it would be so much cooler. I mean, the guy has a little weapon on his backpack. It really doesn't port in very well also. It also has that cool grappling hook on his left side. This one looks more like a missile, but I think it's a grappling hook. It probably expands as it shoots out, because then you got the whole rope right here. I loved his iconic backpack. I love the way this backpack looks. I just got to figure out a better way of keeping it on. I'm thinking about getting a couple of little tiny magnets, gluing a magnet to each to his vest and a magnet to here, to see if that works, because I've tried putting other backpacks on Beach and it just doesn't look right. When you've got a really cool iconic backpack, you got to keep going with that look. All right, let's take a look at a few things that I did here. First of all, his pistol is I think I got this with a Marvel Legends Punisher, I believe, or somewhere else. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but we definitely needed to give him a more militaristic looking sidearm pistol. The one he came with, to me, it looks like it came from John Carter of Mars. I'm not a fan. This pouch here is glued on and added, and it kind of seems to go in seamlessly with his vest. Just an extra cool big pocket to give him some depth and interest. Another thing I loved about the classic Beachhead, which I'm sure a lot of us all love, is the amount of pockets on his front chest. And this one, or not pockets, I'm sorry, the ammo pockets. It was all magazines for his gun, which I'll get to in a second. There was a space in between the ones as it came. I happen to have this extra pocket. I don't know where it came from. I do apologize. I should probably try to remember, but I constantly look at other figures of different lines and different places, and I kind of mentally, like, put them in my brain as to, ooh, that would be good. Oh, I should take that. Ooh, I should keep that for later use. And I had it forever. And then finally, when I got Beachhead, I was like, you know what? We're going to give him that extra ammo pocket in the chest to give him that old school feel. Next he came with a beret, a red beret, which is awesome. But to me, Beachhead always had his beret strapped down to his left shoulder. That's just part of the look. That's part of the lore. That's part of what makes him iconic. So I recreated it. It's a very simple fix. You're gonna laugh when I tell you what I did. That is actually part of a red balloon that I wound up, folded up really, really tight, and took some black electrical tape and taped it to his shoulder. Now, in pictures and photography and standing on my shelf, you cannot tell the difference. It's glued down there, so it isn't coming off, for better or for worse, which means when I put the red beret on his head, it looks kind of odd, because it's like, wait, if it's on his head, how is it strapped to his shoulder? So it's kind of a give and take. I rarely ever put the red beret on him. I don't know, he just always kind of looks amazing with it strapped to his shoulder, so that's my jam. I have this really cool gun I got from Gridiron Studios. A lot of the awesomeness of my custom figures is made awesome by their weapons that I've purchased. Just fantastic craftsmanship on their guns and on their backpacks and on their gear loadouts. Check them out. Gridiron Props if you haven't. They've got some really great add-ons that can take your classifieds to that next level. Now, I happened to get an Action Force pack of weapons, and guess what it came with? What's this? Now, if you know old school Beachhead, you know what this is. This is the replication in 6-inch form in 1/12 scale of his original rifle that he came with. My only issue with it is it just kind of looks it kind of looks puny in his hands. The barrel is so thin, I feel it looks like a .22 caliber rifle to me at this point. So I don't know. Beachhead is a badass and deserves something slightly better to me. So it looks kind of cool and nostalgic, and for that I will never get rid of it. Maybe I'll do some photography with it. But to me, this guy is top tier, and he needs a top tier rifle, and that's more in line with how I see him. Oh, look, you can literally see straight down the sight. How perfect is that? I love it in his hands. So yeah, that is my custom Beachhead. Please tell me what you think in the comments, if it could be improved, or if you want to know how I did anything that I didn't go over. I think that's kind of basically it. A little bit of paint splash on the pants, some custom extra added pockets, beret. If you guys have any ideas on how to keep this thing on, feel free to hit me up. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Whatever nerd thing you do you. Oh, and as always, oh, I forgot I have them. Don't move. Just watch Beachhead spin. Sorry about that. I didn't want to pause. You just get to watch Beachhead spin for a little bit. Yeah.